folks, and welcome to our second video on the Eilik Panxer. So the first video that we did was an unboxing and we tried the free roam mode. And in this video we're going to be trying out you versus Panxer. So we've got some footage explaining how it works and Paul playing against Panxer. And in some of that footage, the Panxer's got this on the front. The reason is we strapped on our little Abby. Did a short with her having a bit of a ride. So I'll just show you that short now before we move on to looking at you versus Panxer.
Okay.
She's great, Abby, how she's so tiny, you can just pop her anywhere. And I love the way she reacts to sound and motion.
Yeah.
So yes, that's why that's on the front of the Panxer.
Just in case you thought it was a bit that hadn't been included.
A little later in the video, we're going to unfurl this comic strip. So that looks like fun. So that's later in the video. But without further ado, let's now look at the footage to show how this works, this you versus Panxer.
Me versus the Panxer, yeah.
So you go into the menu and you choose that icon to put it into the mode of you versus Panxer.
Right, switch Matty controller to you v Panxer, yeah?
And then, according to Eilik's voice prompt, you can either watch a tutorial, so that'll be B, or press A to enter the game directly.
Right.
So short press to get into the menu.
We select this. It's UV Panxer. Yeah? And you select it with A, is it?
Yes.
Hey, wanna watch a tutorial?
A again.
Hold RT button to charge. Release to find.
Okay, so I got that wrong. You don't press B. You press A to watch the tutorial.
Yeah.
And B to enter the game straight away.
Okay.
You versus Panxer. Attack. Distance. Face Eilik and maintain a distance of 1.5 metres, that's 60 inches. This is the optimal combat distance. That's actually further away than we were.
It is, yeah. It's about the height of a person.
Yeah, so we were too close before.
Yeah. It does say optimal distance. I mean, it still works okay, but so you probably get a better gameplay if you stay 1.5 metres about away.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, if you're going to be closer, you might not be able to hit it as well, so you're going to lose.
Maybe, yeah.
Aiming. Adjust the tilt of Matty controller to ensure it is pointed at Eilik. Shoot. Hold RT to charge up. Then release to release a charged attack. The longer the charging time, the stronger the attack. Maximum of 1.5 seconds. And we can see that the RT charged attack button is on the right of the remote control at the front.
Hold RT button to charge. Release to fire. Longer charge. More power.
Weakness. Eilik is armoured. Only shooting at Eilik's face or the front of Panxer can deal damage. So you've got to be facing Eilik. So if Eilik turns, you've got to turn as well, so
Right.
that you're facing Eilik.
Well, that makes sense because Eilik can only attack you from the front and not the side, because when you're holding the game's controller, you've just got one infrared transmitter and detector on the front.
However, as you'll find later, Eilik can throw bombs. So if Eilik can't see you, it'll start throwing bombs.
Okay, so it's in your interest to stay facing Eilik, would you say?
Yes, you've got to move around. If
Yeah.
it turns away from you, you've got to move around so that you're facing it.
Okay.
Dizzy quick hit. When the visor is destroyed, Eilik will be stunned. Take the opportunity to rapidly press RT to shoot and show him our strength. When you deal health damage to Eilik, Eilik's visor will crack. When Eilik's health points reach 0, the visor shatters and Eilik enters a stun status. The player wins and progresses to the next level.
You win.
Brilliant! So you've gone on to the next level now.
Yeah, here we go.
3, 2, 1, fighting!
Matic Controller's friendly reminder. You vs Panxer features 9 levels of increasing difficulty. The higher the difficulty, the more it tests the player's physical endurance and reflection time. I think that'll be reaction time. No one can beat level 9. This is the ultimate nemesis, Panxer, that I designed. RT. You win.
Impregnable!
Wow, so you've gone up 2 levels now.
Yeah.
Defense. Defend against cannon. When you hear Eilik firing, promptly hold LP to defend. The LP button, which is the shield block button, is on the back of the device on the left-hand side.
Hold RT button to next. Press LP button to defend. Bring it on!
So when you're playing against Eilik, you're only actually using 2 buttons
Yeah, I mean the
on
game.
the controller.
Yeah, the game controller looks complicated, but when it's UV Eilik, it's just the 2 buttons.
So you're using the LP on the back, and that's to shield, so to defend. And you're using the RT on the front right,
Yeah,
and you're using that to attack.
yeah, and
So
yeah,
it's just those 2 buttons.
that's right. And when you attack, you hold the RT down for about 1.5 seconds.
Yeah,
and then
well, the
release it.
1.5 is the maximum.
Yeah, that's right. A maximum. Yeah, that's a maximum charge.
Yes. And the LP button you want to be using as much as you can. So basically, when you're not shooting, you need to be holding that down, don't you?
To block Eilik's Gatling gun and bombs and other things. Yeah.
Yeah. Defend against Gatling. Eilik's Gatling will spray. You need to long press LP to defend. Defend against bomb. When Eilik detonates a bomb, it will deal damage no matter where you are. You can only hold LP to defend. Always defend. If you encounter Eilik's attack while charging, quickly press LP to enter block mode. Tactics: be proactive. Don't try to hide, as Eilik will detonate bombs. You need to engage actively and defeat Eilik within 130 seconds.
My shoulder's vibrating a lot. I'm not really sure what I'm doing.
Well, if he can't see you, it'll throw bombs at you.
What, can I not throw bombs back?
You just have to defend yourself if he's throwing
right.
bombs.
I've got my shields up.
Movement. Aim for Eilik's face. Step forward to adjust your position and ensure Eilik is always within your range.
Shoot right at my face if you dare. Not bad. Shoot right at my face if you dare. Not bad. Well, but beware. My turn now.
Charging. Develop the habit of holding RT to charge whenever possible. Aim for every attack to be charged for 1.5 seconds to deal maximum damage to Eilik. Combo attack. Take advantage of the moments when Eilik is vulnerable after an attack, ensuring you land as many 1.5 seconds charged attacks as possible. So, Paul, what do you think about the game? The
UV Eilik?
you versus Panxer.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty exciting when you first play it. I've only reached level 2.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we don't know how it changes, do
No.
we? Because it is supposed to become more difficult.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how that is.
It's a bit awkward if, like, Eilik... Because Eilik doesn't really know where you are, I don't think. And it sort of can face a piece of furniture and then you can't aim your shots directly at the visor.
Yeah, that can be awkward, can't it?
It's like,
yeah, I mean, if it's facing a wall,
yeah,
you can't get in front of it, can you?
That's right. So
Yeah.
I think the UV Eilik mode is something that they've included if you've only got one Panxer tank and one Eilik. I suspect it's not as good as when you're playing another person with another Eilik and another tank, but they've felt like they've had to include this mode because how many people...
Some people are just going to get one.
Yeah, because some people have only got one Eilik, and so even if you've got 2 or more Eiliks, so you're going to buy 2 tanks, and then you need 2 people to play. But I would think that's the best and the most exciting mode. But they've had to include this UV Eilik mode just as a sort of, well, you've got to do something if you've only got one tank and I'm one Eilik. But it's not bad. It's not bad at all.
Yeah, I expect it's a lot better when you've got 2 Panxers and 2 Eiliks.
Well, you're playing against another person, aren't you?
But also, when you think about when you've got 2 Eiliks and you put them together, they've got all these routines they go through and they're very comical together, aren't they?
Yeah.
So I imagine that it's a lot better when you've got 2, I would imagine. Personally, I'm holding on because I'm hoping that in the future they'll bring a DQ version of the tank out.
Oh, with the DQ paint job, like
Yeah.
the battered orange and metal showing through.
Yeah, I'm hoping they'll do that.
Yeah, it would be nice. I think that's the best paint job they've done on an Eilik. The pink and the blue and the silver one, they're okay, but it's nice when they give it a real good paint job that looks like it's sort of like seen battle.
Yeah.
And it would be the same for the tank. It would look pretty awesome with a good paint job on it. I let some people actually paint them. I've seen 1 or 2 videos.
It did cross my mind to actually spray paint it to match the DQ.
Yeah, because they've included some of these things, haven't they? Like these like guns and weapons you can plug on the side of your tank. I've put a little fuel tank down there. But those would be... I've seen somebody paint those already.
Yeah.
And they look good painted.
Yeah, it crossed my mind to actually spray paint the Panxer to match the DQ, and then I thought, if that's crossed my mind, I wouldn't be surprised if there's actually one produced in the future, because DQ is really popular, isn't it?
Yeah. I'd say it's the most popular, wouldn't you?
Well, it's the most expensive, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, because people pay more for it because it looks so good.
Yeah.
But I didn't really want to get 2 tanks and have them look exactly the same. And I didn't want the clashingness of, like, putting a different coloured Eilik in a blue tank.
Silver one would look okay in a blue
Yeah.
tank. Yeah, the silver one would look okay in a blue tank. But the pink one wouldn't.
No, it wouldn't. And I don't think DQ would look right.
No, it wouldn't. So yeah, let's hope we get a tank with a DQ paint job.
I'd be up for it.
Be nice if they made a kit where you could assemble it yourself and paint it yourself.
Well, I don't think you get as good a finish though as when it's done like in the factory. The DQ,
True.
fantastic
Yeah,
finish. To be honest though, I prefer just using the free roam mode on the Eilik. You know, when you can just move it around like remote control, but then play all those different animations, and it's got loads and loads of different animations that it plays.
It's fun. I'm looking forward to setting up a few ramps and things like that to see how the tank itself copes with different terrain, because those caterpillar tracks on it are quite capable.
Yeah, we've been really surprised. It like can go over the side of our rug, no problem, and even like things on the floor, like slippers and stuff, it can get over.
Yeah.
It's quite impressive. So, yeah, I'd like to get some footage of that in the future, because it's quite a capable vehicle, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
But I've amused myself by putting other robots with it in combination.
Yeah.
And I've got Boxer. We did a short with Boxer.
Oh, that was a scream, yeah.
We've got a bit of footage here. This isn't the short, but I'll just show you a bit of footage here first. But the short was hilarious. What it did at the end, it went like crazy, didn't it? But I'll just show you a little bit of Eilik, Panxer and Boxer
Okay.
before we move on to the comic strip
Right.
and read that.
Huey, man! Danger! I am the danger!
I found it highly amusing using the Boxer with remote control along with the Eilik.
Yeah, it just shows you how good the Eilik's remote control was for the Panxer.
That's true, because this is for the Boxer.
It's about as basic as you can get, isn't it?
And like you were saying,
Oh, the joysticks, they're fully proportional. So the speed, for instance, increases as you push it up and increases more as you push it up. So it's fully proportional. It's like an analog.
this is just a switch on and off.
Yeah, these are joysticks. Well, they look like joysticks, but all that happens is that when you push it up to the top, it operates a switch, and when you pull it down to the bottom, it operates a switch. So it's not proportional at all. And, you really feel that when you're controlling the model.
Makes you appreciate the quality of that one,
It
doesn't
does,
it?
yeah.
And if you're wondering how I was getting Boxer to shoot at the Eilik, it's because I put it in this laser tank mode. You get the Boxer to go over that barcode and it puts it in the mode.
Yeah, it's quite a good toy, the
I think
Boxer,
it
even
is,
though
yeah.
it's a few years old now, isn't it? And it's a few years old, but it's still a fun thing.
Like I say, the short was absolutely hilarious because it actually went out of the tank mode by itself and into some wacky mode. And I'll show that short right at the end of this video.
It looked like it had become really scared of the Panxer. It shot off and tried to hide. Yeah.
But what we're doing right now is having a look finally at this comic strip.
Oh, this is on the inside of the Panxer packaging, isn't it?
Yeah. So it's all taking place in 2253.
Okay.
The first generation robot couldn't control Panxer and it accidentally blew up the laboratory, as we can see here.
Mm-hmm.
Those look like Eilik DQ colours, but it's saying that one wasn't so good.
They do, don't they? Yeah, the orange and brown.
But it's saying that one wasn't so good.
Okay. So this Matty Core... It says Matty Core or Matty Core's Furious. Now, Matty Core's the...
What we thought was the maker.
was the maker of the Panxer.
Controller.
Panxer controller. Oh, the remote control for the Panxer.
And we actually tried to look up the company and couldn't find it, but it looks like it's just a made-up
It's just
creation.
an Energizer backstory for it all, yeah.
There was us trying to look up the company, what we like. So Matty Cow was furious. What's this thing here?
I don't know. It looks like it's talking to a robot mobile, doesn't it? He's obviously angry with somebody.
He's had to go to hospital and get patched up.
Oh, because of the lab explosion.
Yeah.
So the lab's been permanently sealed.
No, I think he's permanently sealed the Panxer.
Panxer, yeah.
Because he's put all this rope around it.
Yeah.
And he's put a big cross, I think, on the underneath of it.
Ah, right.
It looks molten.
It's like sealing wax. They're doing a seal on an envelope, isn't it, with wax? So he's breathing a sigh of relief there.
Yeah.
That he's like got it all sealed up.
That was a bad idea, he's thinking.
So now we've jumped ahead to 2272.
Yes, 19 years later. In the aftermath of the Ant Meow incident, now that was, we had an Ant Meow in a previous comic strip.
Did we? I can't
Yeah,
remember.
it rings a bell, that does. So in the aftermath of the Ant Meow incident, monsters began appearing frequently on the planet Orinova, causing destruction everywhere.
Conventional methods were useless against monsters.
Yes, they're sort of like bat-like things, aren't they?
Mm.
I can remember seeing that one before, that monster.
It's time to bring out the big guy. This is Matty Koho.
Yeah, he's got like a drawing of it up on the wall there.
Ah, he's got his design protractor out there.
He's
again.
also got a little flag to go on it.
Mm.
Panxer returns with a brand new coating, so this is the blue and white.
Oh, right. Yeah. A new paint job then.
Yeah, so he's got rid of the DQ look.
Mm.
I would rather it had been the other way round.
Yeah.
He's giving some sort of
Lecture to bunch of white and turquoise Eiliks who are not paying attention.
No, they're all blowing gum and not paying attention. Yeah. Wonder if that's going to cause a problem. This is important. That's important. It's all important. And you're not even listening. Pay attention in class. Don't get distracted. It's talking about the battery life now.
Mm.
And now they're saying nag, nag, nag.
And
Naughty Eilik.
Here the Eiliks are in the new tanks.
Yeah,
like
well,
the
I
cat
hope
flag.
they can control them because they haven't even been paying attention.
They're a bit cocky, aren't they? Really?
They are. Blazing barrage. So they're down on the planet here, trying to cope with these monsters.
Looks like they're doing a good job as well. They're firing rockets that look like Easter eggs, and looks like an Easter egg with fins on it, setting fire to everywhere.
They're using a quake pulse here.
They're doing a lot of damage in taking out these monsters, aren't they?
Demon torpedo.
Do you think this is a reference to new weapons? That
Maybe, 'cause
the
we've-
Panxer might
so-
be upgraded to with software.
So there's the Easter egg one, which is called Blazing Barrage. And then we've got the green one, which is called Demon Torpedo, that looks a bit like a shark. Magnetic Storm, so that's the one that looks a bit like a rocket.
Mm-hmm.
And the Quake Pulse, which is like the purple
The
one.
flat-headed one, yeah.
Oops, he shot another Eilik. That's because you weren't paying attention in class.
Maybe they've got rid of all the enemies.
He
and
say-
they're just playing
he-
with one another.
He's looking... no, he's not playing. It was an accident. He's looking really sheepish there.
And he's looking
And the
at
other one's really angry. And he's...
See, they are playing. They're playing against one another. Now.
well, they're not playing. This guy's not playing. He's really furious.
Yeah.
And this guy's not playing either. He's terrified. And Matty Cow is like, good grief.
Shaking his head in disbelief. He's fed up, isn't he? Frustrated. What can you do with these Eiliks? They're no good in the classroom.
I love the comic strips, but I'm just a little disappointed that you only ever get a comic strip
Yeah, we've said
on the
before,
back
haven't
of
we?
boxes.
Yeah. Mm.
It would be nice if they brought them all out in like a Christmas album.
Yeah, like a Beano anyway. Do you think there's any clues in this comic strip of future things to come?
Because we've not got two Panxers, I don't know if any of these weapons are included in the gameplay.
Oh, you mean if you've got two Panxers, you might have different weapons that you can use? Yeah.
And what I might do is I might go and have a look at the instructions for playing a Panxer against a Panxer and see if this is included.
Yeah. What about the paint job on this tank? Because it looks like the Eilik DQ paint job, doesn't it? This
Yeah,
one.
but we were saying it was no good. It had to be redone.
Because we thought, are they going to bring out another Panxer tank later on and with a different paint job?
Well, yeah, because, I mean, as I said earlier, I was actually thinking of spray painting mine, and I thought, no, I won't. Just in case they actually bring out one purposefully for the DQ.
Because the paint job on this Eilik DQ is fab, innit? With all
It would
this sort of
look-
like
it would look
battle
ace.
scarring on it, yeah.
A fellow YouTuber living with robots, she actually put her DQ in a Panxer when she got it, and somebody commented on it and said, oh yeah, it's got to be the DQ. It's like, it's the ultimate battle robot.
That's right, yeah.
So let's hope, folks, because that would be awesome, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would. The paint job makes a big difference.
And with that, it about wraps it up for this video. And we'll finish off with that short that I did with the Eilik and Panxer
Oh, yeah.
that had me in absolute hysterics at the end. But that's it for now, folks. Hope you found that entertaining and useful to some degree. Thanks for watching as always, and hope to see you next time.
Come on, I expected a challenge. Keep it going.
Is that enough?
Reloading!